All right, well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us here this afternoon. You all see why we're here. These boxes from our partners at Feeding America should give an indication, and that indication is this, is that federal inaction has immediate consequences for families' ability literally to eat, to feed children and to stay healthy. It seems, unfortunately, that the president's administration has found money to circumvent the shutdown to make sure that they continue to move forward with their priorities. Tearing down the East Wing, building a 90,000 square foot ballroom, those sort of things. But we're not having a priority on feeding children. And I thought that feeding kids, not just in Milwaukee, but across this country, would be a priority for this president, for this administration, but it seems unfortunately not. And yes, and I'm very happy about this, the USDA, the United States Department of Agriculture, has contingency reserves. They ought to use those reserves that they have at their disposal to make sure that hungry kids in this country are fed, because that ought to be a priority. And while things are not going the way that they should in Washington, Milwaukee refuses to wait. We're going to take care of our own. That's why all these folks are assembled with me today. So I'm asking everyone who can, let's step forward and prevent children in our community from going hungry. We're working with committed partners who can make this happen, but we're going to need the public support in order to make sure that kids in our community don't go hungry during the government shutdown. So I'm asking for donations. I'm asking for food donations. I'm asking for monetary donations. This is a unified city. It's a unified county. We've got unity with our nonprofit organizations, with our school district as well. And we're going to be here and provide this resource for however long is needed until the government is able to open back up and people are able to receive the services that they need, especially to make sure that children in our community are fed. So I want to again say thank you to every single person, everyone who's been a part of this effort, especially members of the public who will rise to the occasion here. And at this moment, I'm going to ask the Health Commissioner, Dr. Michael Todoritis, to come to the mic. Commissioner.
Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mike Todoritis, Commissioner of Health for the City of Milwaukee. Milwaukee families are facing a very real and fast approaching threat, not having enough food for their families. At the Health Department, we know that food insecurity is a health issue that impacts people's short, long-term, and physical well-being. When one household struggles, it impacts their entire community. As soon as the City of Milwaukee Health Department learned that FoodShare could be in jeopardy, we mobilized and started to act. Our team began coordinating early last week, calling partners, solving problems, and building this unified effort that you see here today. This is public health in action, working to support families who need it most. I'm proud to partner with other city departments, Milwaukee County, Feeding America, Eastern Wisconsin, Nourish MKE, Milwaukee Public Schools, the Bucks, and faith leaders here in Milwaukee. This food drive is one way that the city and the county are working together alongside with its community partners to ensure families have what they need to be safe and healthy. Together, we will reach more people. Residents who want to pitch in can donate non-perishable food or donate cash through our dedicated city and county websites. Everything helps. If you want to donate cash, or if you yourself need help through local resources, please visit the city or the county's web pages, and you will find all of those located on the City of Milwaukee Health Department's homepage. To close, I want to reiterate that Milwaukee takes care of its people. Thank you for everyone supporting this effort, and to every resident who will join us. Together, we will keep Milwaukee fed and healthy. With that, I want to invite the county to come forward and say a few words.
Good afternoon. My name is Shakita LeGrand McClain. I'm the Executive Director of Department of Health and Human Services, and I am honored to be here on behalf of the County Executive, David Crowley. Milwaukee County is proud to be working with the city and other community partners and faith partners to ensure that our residents have consistent access to food and support during these difficult times. You see, food security is critically important to community health, to affecting our physical health, our mental health, and the stability of all our households. My call to action, our call to action here today is that if you are in the position to make a food donation or to volunteer, we ask that you visit our website, Milwaukee County Food Assistance. We'll have donation bins. They'll be located at our courthouse, at our Hillview building, at our Marsha P. Cox Health and Human Services Center, the King Community Center, and our Kazi Community Center. We also have our Nourish MKE, the largest network of community food centers in Milwaukee, located at our Marsha P. Cox Health and Human Services building, which is a donation site and a food center. See, the Department of Health and Human Services, we are prepared to support more than 230,000 individuals who will be losing access to the FoodShare benefits, to our families, to our older adults, to our children in Milwaukee County who receive these benefits and getting connected to food resources. If you need getting connected, you need to call 211 and they will help you get connected to all those resources. Additionally, we have Department of Health and Human Services No Wrong Door navigators, and they are ready to assist you in connecting residents with supportive services and resources across our community, and also with all of our community partners who are here today. I want to thank all of our partners that are here for coming together. We showed up. This was a quick event that came together really quick. Right? We talk about together creating healthy communities. You heard the Health Commission talk about together we can do this. And so on behalf of our children, our family, our older adults, individuals, this is a time that our community gets to step up. We get to together, come together and meet the needs. And so if the administration does not want to provide the services, look at us stepping up and providing the resources. We see communities and families across in all of our neighborhoods, and they are coming together to make sure that no child, no older adult, no household goes without food. So I want to thank you all for working together, for coming together to meet the needs of this community, because it is together that we will create a healthy community and we will get people fed today and forever. I now would like to bring up a representative from our Feeding America, Eastern Wisconsin, Josie Strand.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being here. I'm Josie Strand, Partnership Manager at Feeding America, Eastern Wisconsin. I spend every day working with our nearly 100 pantry partners in Milwaukee County, seeing firsthand the rising impact that hunger has in our community. The federal government shutdown has left thousands of families uncertain about how they will put food on the table for the month of November. FoodShare is the largest hunger relief program in our state, and with the news of the delay, we are already hearing from our food pantries who are deeply concerned about what comes next. Last Wednesday, one of our partners came into our lobby with his head in his hands, and he had to just take a minute to just rest. They had registered over 30 new families that day, and they were worried about having to close on Monday because they had given out all of their inventory. As the largest food bank in Eastern Wisconsin, we are prepared to respond in difficult times. In 2025 alone, we distributed over 41 million pounds of food to our network. In September, our food pantry served over 155,000 people, and that's 3,000 more than in August, and that is without seeing the delay in FoodShare benefits. We are equipped to handle hard times, but we were never built to replace FoodShare benefits. For every meal we provide, FoodShare provides 9. The federal nutrition programs are absolutely essential to keeping families fed and healthy. Community-wide effort is so important now more than ever. Together with our amazing partners, we will come together to serve our community. And I am so grateful that we have the support of Milwaukee behind us. Please donate when you see these bins out throughout the city of Milwaukee, or visit the City of Milwaukee's food drive page, or use the QR code to support with monetary donations. Your donations will go directly to support local food pantries and the families that they serve. And here to tell you more is Valerie McMillan from one of those food partners, Nourish MKE.
Hi everybody, my name is Valerie McMillan. I'm the Executive Director of Nourish MKE. We're the largest network of community food centers here in the city of Milwaukee, and we provide a week's worth of free groceries when people come into our sites. It is amazing to be a part of this work. It's amazing to be a part of this city. Having everybody come out right now in this moment means so much to us. We know how important it is to feed our neighbors because we see it every single day. Last year, we served nearly 60,000 of those neighbors across the city in 4 different locations and through a home delivery program. We have seen an increase in need just in the last week alone since the news of FoodShare has really gone widespread. We are seeing on some days we have seen double the number of folks that we normally serve. In fact, I just came from running one of our food pantry shifts, and about 90% of the folks that came in today were new guests. So we're really looking to meet this moment, and we can't do it without the support of our community. So we really encourage folks to make their donations to these bins throughout the city and county, and making donations to the local food pantry in your neighborhood. There are hundreds of food pantries across this city, hidden in basements, hidden in schools. They are everywhere. They need volunteers right now. They need your financial support for overhead. Being able to meet this need is not just keeping the food on the shelves, but having the hands, the welcoming introductions, having volunteers on site to make it a great experience for our community members is very, very important. So I just really want to express my gratitude at this time that I'm just so excited to see so many people with this outpouring of generosity. It really, truly means so much to our community members. And with that, I want to go ahead and pass this on to our Milwaukee Public Schools Superintendent, Dr. Brenda Casilius.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you to the Milwaukee Health Department and for Mayor and all of our many partners pulling us all together. It is urgent work for our children and for our families. Access to food is critical. It's critical to our children, their learning, and their healthy youth development. I know from personal experience. I was in public housing and grew up on welfare and food stamps. And I know how incredibly important it is for our children's growth to have these resources, and when they're not there, I depended on the community coming together to make sure that they provided for me and for my family. So thank you to all of the volunteers here and Feeding America and just everybody who is providing these meals to our kiddos. At MPS, more than 80% of our students are considered economically disadvantaged. We serve free breakfasts and lunches every day to our students. And in September alone, we served more than over 500,000 breakfasts and more than 860 lunches. And we can do even more of that. So I want to make sure our families understand that they have to send their children to school, good attendance, to get their little tummies nourished, and so that they have what they need for their learning and for their well-being. Our after-school programs also, through the rec program, serve dinner as well. For many students, these are the only meals that they can access, and if food benefits expire, we expect that number to grow. We are preparing our food nutrition services team to expect increased demand for our meals, and will continue to provide free breakfasts and lunches to all students and dinner meals for students in camp programs. Yet we know that that doesn't cover all of our students, nor does it meet the community's needs. We are so grateful to all the partners coming together to address this incredible need. And we're proud that our establishing of our school sites as donation centers. So parents and families and community members who come up to our schools can drop off canned goods as well, and other healthy meals. Many of our families are among those in need, and still others are in a position to give to others, and we are so grateful for that. I represent 68,000 students and families and 10,000 employees. And yes, even working employees and working families still need SNAP benefits. Yes, we can do all this, do all of our part to ensure our children and our most vulnerable have access to food, but we shouldn't have to. We have to compel the administration, and while we're all standing here, to step up and find a solution to this impasse. Families aren't responsible for this political impasse and have little power to resolve it, but they are the ones who are carrying the burden unfairly. Let's do what's right. Let's honor our communities as Americans. Let's step up. Let's fund SNAP, and let's get this government shutdown done and passed behind us. I'd like to now introduce Pastor Sean Tatum, who will come to the podium.
Thank you and good afternoon. Thank you to all of you that are here. As Senior Pastor of Mason Temple Church of God in Christ, I stand before you today to not only as a faith leader, but as a neighbor, as a father, as a member of this resilient Milwaukee community. We've gathered ourselves here today, and across the city and the county, leadership and faith-based organizations and private partners for one purpose: to ensure that no family goes hungry during this time of uncertainty. Beginning next week, we will launch a citywide food drive to support our neighbors affected by the pause in FoodShare benefits, which expect to begin November 1st due to the ongoing federal government shutdown. This is not just a logistical effort. It is a moral one. It is our collective response to hardship, rooted in compassion, dignity, and action. We know that food insecurity does not wait, doesn't pause for political or policy, and so neither will we. This drive will continue until the benefits are reinstated, and we will work tirelessly to fill the gap with love, resources, and hope. I want to thank the mayor and the city of Milwaukee and the county and all of these fine partners who have stepped forward. Your leadership and generosity remind us that when we come together, we can make many challenges seem small. My Bishop Charles Henry McCullen, likes to say, we are better together. To our community, if you need help, we are here. If you can help, we welcome your help and support. Together, we will make sure that every table has food and every heart feels supported. Thank you for this time. Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor Tatum. I want to thank all of our partners who are here and who will help our community to get through these challenging times if and when benefits do run out and folks in this community are not able to be fed, particularly children, again, in this community, from Nourish to the county, to the faith-based communities, to Milwaukee Public Schools, to our police department, to our health department, all of our partners. I want to thank each and every single one of you. And again, to the folks on the other side of the camera, within the sound of my voice, thank you for stepping up as well to make sure that our community is fed. Thank you for stepping up to make sure that our kids are healthy. Thank you for making sure that young people in Milwaukee don't have to go through nights where they don't get fed. I know what that's like. I've seen that. I felt that in my own experience growing up. My family was a recipient of food stamps growing up. I myself, as a young adult, working to get ahead and to get a better job and to rise up, benefited from SNAP as well. So I know these challenges, I know these struggles, and I know that we are better off together when this community steps up and supports one another, especially around kids. And so with that, we'll take a couple of questions, if there are any.
Mr. Mayor, can people start donating now, or do they need to start on November 1st?
If these bins are out, I want people to know that you can come down and put your food items in them. Again, you can go onto our websites, whether that's the city or the county, in order to find out additional details. But if you see these bins out, make sure you donate as soon as you do.
What sort of food items should people be donating?
Maybe our friends from Nourish or elsewhere may be able to answer that. You want to take it?
Yeah, sure. I'll just pop up real quick. I will say there's a lot of high demand things at food pantries right now. Cereal is a big thing. Cereal is not cheap. Cereal is big. Dinner grains are very important. If you have fresh food that you want to donate, I would suggest connecting directly with a pantry partner so that the refrigeration is all taken care of. But yes, your typical things, but cereal. But then things maybe you don't think about: salt, seasonings, cooking oil. Those are all really, really important, and those are hard to get on our shelves as well. So those are definitely high need items across food pantries in the city. Thanks.
Great, thank you. And I guess I'll just add, these donation bins will be at locations all across our community. They'll be at schools, they'll be at the police department stations, they'll be at libraries. Thank you, Alderwoman Charlotte Moore, for adding that and for being here as well. They'll be at faith-based institutions. I believe some will be at Pfizer Forum as well. So thank the Bucks for being a part of this too. So folks literally from all sectors of our community have the ability to make a positive impact when and if this indeed happens and those benefits run out for people in Milwaukee.
Mayor, are you aware if there's ever been anything this widespread or a citywide food drive like this?
No, I mean, look, this is the second longest government shutdown in the history of the United States. The longest shutdown that we had in the history of the United States was not terribly long ago in the first Trump administration at 35 days. We're approaching that now. But to my recollection, these sort of benefits did not run out in that time. And so because we are in these uncharted waters, we want to make sure that folks in this community are well taken care of, and particularly, and I keep emphasizing this because it's so critically important, our kids. Making sure that our kids are taken care of, making sure our kids don't go hungry.
Can you explain, Feeding America, kind of how this will go from these bins out to people? Can you kind of explain the process and what happens to my donation from the point I drop it in the bin?
Yeah, so any of the donations will go directly to our network of food pantries, meal programs, and shelters in the Milwaukee area. Some will go directly to the partners, some will come to our facilities where our wonderful team of volunteers will sort through them and pack them into a more distinct boxes of grains or bakery or whatever it is so that they can be ordered online by our pantry partners and go directly into the community.
All right, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.